You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, GH fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt. And guess what? I have got your General Hospital promo for the episode of Monday, July 31st. I'm going to break this down scene by scene for you. There are 7 huge sizzling scenes, and I'm going to tell you the specific detailed spoilers that tie back to each of these scenes to kind of give you a little more context on what's happening there. And then we're actually going to show you this hot new ABC promo. All right, let's dig in right away. The first scene, we've got Sonny Corinthos talking to Anna Devane, and he asks her, "Are you still planning to use yourself as bait?" Again, this is Monday, July 31st. So there's a couple of official spoilers about this. The first is simply Sonny has a theory. And then in the Soap magazine, they had a little detailed article that was about Sonny has this theory that Anna is the target and the WSB is responsible. They might be denying it. It might be some faction. It might be someone who's gone rogue, because the rifle that Dante found with Chase was taken from the armory at the WSB, I believe. And so that definitely points to the bullet being meant for Anna. Nobody at the WSB gives two craps about Sonny. My big question is, how did the forensic police, whatever the crime scene unit that went to the hotel room where the shooter was, miss that big, huge, gigantic rifle just casually behind the bed, behind the sofa? I mean, come on. That is, whoever worked that crime scene needs to all be summarily fired, because that sucks. All right, before we dig into the second scene, if you guys haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our General Hospital updates. All right, we've got Molly Lansing talking to her mom, Alexis Davis, and Alexis says to her, "You sound like you're trying to talk yourself into it." The official spoiler is so gripping. Molly talks to Alexis. Wow. So they are talking. So I think Alexis is asking her if she's trying to talk herself into this surrogacy thing that everybody's talking about with her and Kristina. Meanwhile, Kristina on Friday came to see her half-brother, Michael Corinthos. Technically, they're not even half-brother, biologically adopted brother. Anyway, tangentially related, Kristina and Michael. And she says to him, "I thought you'd never ask." So the official spoiler for this is that Kristina needs advice. So I don't know if she's going to talk to him about the surrogacy stuff. Hopefully, she's going to talk to him about her charitable project, because Michael has a lot more experience at running businesses and things, and he could probably be an asset to her. So we will have to see. The fourth scene is Tracy Quartermaine and Gregory Chase. And Tracy says, "That was surprisingly charming." So what happens with them? The official spoiler is that Tracy says yes to an invitation. So she shows up to one of the restaurants. I'm not sure if it's the PC Grill or if it's the Metro Court. I can't remember. I watched the spoiler like a day ago. Can't remember. But they're at the same restaurant. They're each alone. And so Gregory invites her to sit and have dinner with him. And she decides to eat dinner with him. They have kind of a nice chit chat. And then he insists on paying the check. And then I think he drops his credit card. Something happens where she can see the trimmer in his hand. And she is going to take notice of that. And she's not going to let this go. There's more spoilers about it later in the week. The fifth scene in the promo is Felicia Scorpio talking to Lucy Coe, and Lucy asks, "What else could he be hiding from me?" Well, there are no spoilers about this scene. So no context for you. It's just them talking about, I'm still very curious to see if Felicia got a name off those papers, because so far we haven't heard it, but it looks like she read them before they busted in and they wound up in handcuffs for a few minutes. All right, then we have Martin Gray talking to an unseen someone, and he says, "Must be my lucky night." Maybe he's talking to Lucy. There's also not an official spoiler on this one. The final scene of the promo is Drew talking to someone, some other prisoner, saying, "Get the hell away from him." And the official spoiler for Monday for that is that there's prison violence at Pentonville. A fight breaks out. I'm sure this is Book and those same dudes that have been hassling Cyrus, and Drew's going to come to his rescue. I'm still wondering if this is if Cyrus is really scared of these guys or if this is some kind of con with these guys he's running on Drew to leverage him somehow. I don't know. It feels like that Cyrus is really scared of them, but Cyrus is also kind of an evil genius. And he had beat up the guy before when the guy had threatened Spencer. So I don't know, but it definitely sounds at a glance like Cyrus is scared and bad things are happening to him in prison. And bizarrely, Drew Cain has made him his champion. Cyrus blew up Lulu. He's why she's in a coma. And we just had a reminder of that on Friday's episode when her daughter Charlotte was at her bedside in tears. So if something bad happens to Cyrus in prison, I think, can we all file that under, oh, well, guess he effed around and found out? I mean, does anybody feel bad for Cyrus? All right, we are going to show you this hot new GH promo for Monday, July 31st. If you have not already, please click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. If you enjoyed this, we'd love a like. If you have comments, feedback, we love them. Drop them here. We read them all. Thank you so much for listening. Here is that GH promo.
Are you still planning to use yourself as bait?
You sound like you're trying to talk yourself into it.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was surprisingly charming.
And what else could he be hiding from me?
Must be my lucky night. Get the hell away from him.